it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us.
Well, it looks like I have some good news and some bad news. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is Juanita. I've been restoring a wood stove. If you didn't catch my previous video, I will link it over here for you. But it's an old Mission wood stove. So I've been trying to restore this, and I've had some setbacks. The setback is that the stove had this missing piece. This is a vent door. So basically this piece here goes in the back here, and this is a vent door. So it slides back and forth, and when it slides, it'll open up and it controls the airflow. So it depends on how much you open it and close it. You can close it entirely to keep it going and being warm once your fire is going really hard. But then if it's kind of starting to die down, you can open it by allowing some airflow to go in to get that fire going again. So it really kind of controls the fire. So the good news is that I was able to locate this, but it wasn't easy. This little piece here costed me an arm and a leg, where it really is basically probably a $10 part. And but it was going to cost me a lot of money to have it casted somewhere, and I did locate somebody to do that. I don't want to go into the whole story of it, but I spent all day yesterday going out to the guy's house and convincing him to sell me this. Thank God he did. Now, the bad news is that the hole does not fit. It does not fit my original handle. It's not a big deal, but it's a setback. The other thing is that I just got to sand this down. I needed this little plastic, but it's actually not plastic, it's actually fiberglass. Luckily, I was extremely blessed, because I went to Buck's wood stove. I mentioned him on my previous, and I spoke to Kurt, which him and I have been working together to get me what I need. And this little fiberglass is extremely expensive. So a big shout out to Kurt and Buck, because this piece to go in here was about $45, and he gave it to me as a gift. So thank you, Kurt, if you're listening or if you're watching this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a lifesaver. It's really appreciated. Just hopefully I don't mess it up by cutting it. But he told me how to cut it and put it in here. So yeah, so this is the good news. So now I'm just going to go ahead and continue polishing and sanding these things down. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll put some great music on for you, and I'm just going to get to the grind of this, okay? So with that said, safety first. And enjoy the music. be honest with you, I don't think this wood stove is worth this work. But I'm in it this far, unfortunately. But yeah, it's looking better. And it will look good once I'm done. It's just gonna take a few more tries on this. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick, and then I'm gonna call it a day for tonight. But I did get a lot of the inside clean, a lot cleaner than it was. So overall, it's starting to look better. And I mean, lots of work still to do, but for the most part, it's looking ready to paint. However, I need to spray this really good, and but otherwise, I got it fairly good. So I think what I'm going to do is spray it with some more of that gel. I actually found me more of that rust removal gel. And so I think for the most part it's looking good. But let me know what your thoughts are on how far I've gotten. And yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's another day. And I'm hoping that I can get a lot done today and hopefully even paint some of these things, because these are pretty much ready to get painted. I'm gonna bring you really close so you can see and do a really quick recap of everything that I've done. And then I'm gonna show you a method of removing rust in a very organic way, rather than using this rust removal, because I really don't want to use anything toxic, mainly because I have chickens, have a cat, I have my neighbor's cats that come over here. I don't want anything spilled on the ground. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but let me show you really close. Okay, so as you can see, this is really beautiful. And I don't think I really need to do anything more to it other than paint it. I think it's good enough. It's got some rust in between on the, and if I could move that and clean it up, I'll do that. But really, it's okay. Even if I paint that black, I don't care. But it's looking really good. The plates have gotten pretty clean. I don't know if you recall, there was some epoxy kind of cement over here. That's all cleaned up now. So that looks really good. The rest it's pretty close to gone. And again, all that cement or whatever it was that was on here is all gone now. I'm really happy about that. And move you over and down a little bit so you can see this really close. This here, you know, it was already pretty much cleaned. It's ready to paint. The bottom part is going to be pretty close to about done. I'm not going to worry so much about here because this is inside the fire, and it's just going to get dirty anyway, so I'm not going to go through a big extent, so I'm just going to paint it. These chrome things which go on the stove, they're not a priority, but I'm going to go ahead and clean these up the best that I can. Now I'll move you over to this side right here. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to worry too much about these pieces here because they go inside the wood stove and just going to get dirty anyway. So I'm not going to go through a big extent, but I'll kind of clean them up and paint them. Now the wood stove, I still need to clean out a little bit more rust before I paint the inside. Still a little bit of rust over in this side. I did take down a lot of that cement that was globbed on right here. Okay, now to what I'm going to be doing. This is exciting. Never mind the label, because this is not Febreze or fresh fabric softener. It's actually vinegar. I use vinegar on my clothes all the time because it keeps them nice and bright and keeps the color in, and it also brightens my whites when I wash my whites. So I use it for a lot of things. So I actually did a test, so I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to get on with spraying this down and wiping it down. Okay, so I'm just going to spray this. And the nice thing is that it's vinegar, so it's not toxic. I mean, it doesn't smell the greatest, but with the little, I don't know, what do you call this, dish sponge, loofah. Like I said, I'm not going to be perfect on this, but I just want to show you guys what you guys can use where you're not doing something toxic. It seems like it's working really great. And so this tells me this is just really kind of surface rust. Saturate it a little bit more. And it's just cheap white vinegar. That's all I'm using. Probably like, oh, I don't know what a bottle costs. I usually buy 2 or 3 bottles at a time and don't pay attention to the price, but they're probably like $5 now. What I like about this is that I can just wipe it and it's done. I really don't believe I even have to wash it down. You can see that the rust is coming off because it's really dark. Kind of like a chocolatey brown there. So okay, let's set that aside. Get this going here a little bit. This is just to demonstrate that you can use something non-toxic, especially if you have pets and you don't have a shop like I don't. I mean, I have a garage, but my husband uses that for pottery. It's his shop, so I don't have anywhere to work but outside. Doesn't that look good? Okay, let's get this one going here. And this is just a steel brush. Spray this a little more. Need more vinegar. So leave it in the comments below what you guys think of this. But look at that. Look at how much better that is. And what I really like about this is that it's really not toxic. Now, if you have another idea that would work great, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear if there's other methods to doing this too. Because if you've been following my channel, you know I'm really into organics. I'm really into just making sure that my pets are safe. And yeah. Reach over. There. Isn't that nice? Okay, so now I'm going to spray the inside of this. Okay, it's as good as it's gonna get. I think it turned out pretty good. That vinegar really helped. I was amazed. I am actually amazed. So let me show you inside, and then I'm gonna start painting it. I'm so excited. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll bring you really close here. Let's see. The inside, it's as good as it's gonna get. It's the inside, so it's not gonna make a big huge difference as far as if there's a little bit of rust left or not. Still needs to be dried a little bit, but you know what, this is the inside. Doesn't matter, nobody's gonna see that. This area here could use a little bit more sanding. I may go ahead and do that while the inside is drying. Just a little bit here, then it's ready to paint. And now I'm going to use this to fine tune the side. I'm going to be using this Kirkland High Maxim. It's for about 200, let's see, it's about 12,000 high heat. You guys want treats? You guys want some treats? Okay, so as you can see, it looks really pretty. And this black is, even though it's black, it almost looks like a silver undertone. And I really, really like it. I will have to flip these over. They're probably pretty dry by now. I will have to flip them over and paint that other side, as well as all this parts. I was able to paint that little knob. This has kind of a bit of a spot, and I don't like it, but you know what? Maybe a coat or two more will help that. But this is nice and painted, but the other side will need to be painted, as you can see. And then the stove is looking beautifully. And this will need to have another coat on it. And all the chrome, I will be redoing that, doing the chrome on the next segment as well. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it all looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. Okay, let's look at the inside. And as you can see, the inside looks really good. So yeah, looks great. Okay, the ladies are looking back at me going like, where are my treats for tonight? So I got to make this quick. But as you saw, I got a lot painted. I still need to flip some of these other parts and give them some paint. I also need to do another coat or two on the outside of the stove, as well as all these pieces. I'm not going to take you through that. I'm going to do that off camera. You've already seen the process of what I did. And then I'm going to carry this on for a part 3 and call it a video for this segment. And then on part 3, I will do the front door because I didn't get to that. I'll start piecing everything together. Hopefully get that chimney up, get a log in the wood stove, and yeah, and get this completed before winter's over. But I hope that I am able to convey some good information on things on how to restore this. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments below. And I will see you for part 3 of completing this wood stove on the next one. So thank you so much for your patience, for your love and support, and most of all, thank God that He has blessed me with so many things. I thank you for providing the people before me to help me with this project, and all the blessings that you've given me this far. Amen. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Mwah! Love you, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen the sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours.